And we are live, Coach Bryant.
What's up, Coach Bryant?
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hits and Heels. My name is Coach Terri Bryant, and this is my wonderful husband, Coach Cisco Bryant, and wearing his San Francisco and UK hat that I was able to, so he can represent both of his teams. It's so cute. So listen, if you are tuning in for the first time, we are football coaches here in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the University of Kentucky Wildcats, where our son is a starting safety. We have a daughter that was also an athlete. We are former athletes. We're also coaches in multiple sports. And so we created Hits and Heels because we like talking football. And today, I'm excited about the fact that Kentucky has sanctioned girls flag football. We have become the 23rd state to sanction flag. Normally, Kentucky is the last one to come on board with anything, but they have come through with the flag football today. And so we have a guest that I'm going to bring on shortly as soon as we get the technical difficulties together, and we're gonna talk about it. So, Coach Bryant, give me your thoughts on Kentucky sanctioning flag football. Were you surprised, as I was? Because normally we're behind on everything.
No, I wasn't surprised. I think it all comes down to the agenda. And when it comes to certain sports and accolades, I mean, it's more going into it to just say flag football is coming to the state of Kentucky.
Right.
Number one, you got to find somewhere to play.
Okay.
Number two, you got to figure out the officials.
Right.
Okay, and then the biggest one is the coach and the players.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing, but it was going to happen because it was well needed. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of fantastic young ladies that gives them an opportunity that, with the blessings of our God, amen, has an opportunity to go to that third level, and that means middle school, high school, college. And so it's a big deal.
Absolutely. So our guest is on. Before you bring it on, did you have one more thing? I'm sorry.
No. I want to just go over, and I guess we can talk about that later.
Okay.
The NFL schedules. I don't know if you want to do that first, or we do this first.
No, I'm gonna bring her on because I don't want to hold her up long. So we have another local. I'm just gonna bring her on. So we have another local celebrity athlete that we have on. Yes. This is Allison Bradshaw. She, what are you, Henry Clay? Allison, can you hear me? You can't hear me? Okay, she's not. We can't hear her. I don't hear your sound. Can you hear me? You can't hear me.
If you can hear us, put your hand up.
Put your hand. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. No, you can't hear me?
So they're working on
that. So we'll move her back. Okay. So we'll bring her back on while we work on that, on what's up with the sound and stuff like that. But she's there. Anyway, so she went to Henry Clay, and she was on one of the championship teams, I believe. And then she ended up getting a scholarship to Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. And so her daughter just got an offer for flag, and she also attended our showcase at Kentucky State University. And so if we can get everything going on with her, then she'll be able to give us some more details on that. Yeah. Let me see if we got her on. We good?
Excuse me. We're still having
we're still having. We can see you. Okay, hold on. Let me text her.
They're effing, and you can see it.
Yeah.
But looking forward to that story.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty big. And
right.
Kentucky, KSSA, been able to get it on. So
right.
It's pretty good. In the studio.
Yeah. So let me. On this one, there's nothing.
All right.
There's nothing.
Well, we're just reading as it's going. That's why we're pausing.
Yeah.
On purpose, people. So.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so go ahead, because I'm really excited about the sanction. I think why this is such a big deal is it's just the offers that are. So there's a couple of schools. I think we have 3 schools now. So we got Midway, Campbellsville, and Lindsey Wilson right now that are current schools here in Kentucky that are offering scholarships, that are offering programs here in Kentucky. So just this year alone, there was like 200 new teams that started, and they're expecting like another 300 teams to start next year. So, and they're starting in the spring of next year. So that means that if those girls that want to play, they need to be enrolled in those particular schools this fall. So I know for a fact that Midway, matter of fact, we had Coach Roy McMillan on a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about taking over the Midway, taking on the Midway program, starting that program up. And he's efforting, I like your word, efforting, and he's efforting with trying to put together a roster that will be enrolled at Midway in the fall, and they will start actual games next spring of 2027. So Kentucky is actually, they're going to start 27, 28. It's going to be the first year. Yeah. She said she can't hear me. No. She said it says you will add me. Yeah. I added you, but it didn't. Okay.
Add her.
Yeah. Can you see me now?
She can.
Okay. Well, we'll get it. We'll get it.
Just tell her hang in there.
Yeah, just hang in there.
I mean, she can't hear us, but you know.
She said I'm on, but she can't. Yeah, I added you, but there was no sound. Because right there it's saying it looks like it's streaming.
Okay, I hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me now? Okay, there you are.
Yeah,
right now?
I hear you.
Okay, good. We got you. Perfect.
The gentleman to your right, I see he was, as we say in radio land, he was efforting.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, we didn't have so many technology issues. It's not even.
I have my husband here. My husband is an IT person, and he's over here behind the scenes.
Well, thank goodness, Mr. IT, Mr. Bradshaw. Thank you.
How you doing, sir? Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
I'm good.
Yeah, because I saw you efforting.
I'm trying. I'm working hard.
So we won't hold you long. I thank you so much for coming on. So, Allison, give us just a quick brief. I was telling them about you coming from Lexington and playing, and give us your bio first.
Hold on, wait.
But then tell us about your daughter.
I'm sorry, we're going to take the whole time with you. So I'm just telling you right now, because your story is amazing. So we don't want to miss nothing. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so what do you want to know first?
Give us your background, because you started here nobody knows about Henry Clay's history. You know, I'm always like talking about the history of sports, especially from here in Lexington. That's the reason why we created the Lexington African American Sports Hall of Fame, who is our sponsor. And so just start from, you can just start from there.
Okay, well, my history actually started in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
I ran track in Madison, Wisconsin. I ran track there for 2 years in high school, was the state champion in the 400, and I was third in the 100, was the state champion in the 4x4, as well as the 400. Ran like a 55, probably like a 55.3 in the 400 in my freshman year.
That's
so smooth. I don't know if you've heard of Susie Faber, but I outran Susie Faber in the 4x4, ran her down.
Okay, people down.
Then I came to Lexington, Kentucky, ran at Henry Clay, was a state champion in the 400 for my last 2 years of high school. Set multiple records, still hold the record at Henry Clay for the 400 and the high jump, which is insane.
That's insane.
But so I ran track there at Henry Clay and ran the 200. I think I probably ran about a 25. Didn't really have a lot of competition in the 200. Kind of just coasted around, played around.
Okay.
But yeah, track was my main thing. I played basketball as well. Went to state in basketball. Hooped it up with a lot of people that you guys know. So yeah. But Henry Clay, yes, the Blue Devils, my old stomping ground.
Well, see,
how about
okay,
that?
see all the accolades and everything she's done. Remember what I tell you about track? Is she's been my mom right now. What I say about track, and everybody's like, Coach, do you run track? I said, no, this is why. Y'all two are the reason why. Because, the wife is to my right, you be to my left. I turn around and tell my parents I'm coming in third. See, that's so that is very impressive. Very impressive.
Okay. So so let's go. So we met at the showcase in Frankfurt, the girls' flag showcase, correct?
Yeah.
Is that when we first met?
That is where we first met.
Now, did you come to the first one?
Went to the first one. Yes, went to the first one with my daughter, and she was just kind of getting her feet wet with flag football. So she played in middle school and played 1 year in middle school, played her 8th grade year in middle school, and she actually played with a torn TFCC ligament in her wrist.
Oh my goodness.
And still managed to just shine in flag football. And she played and kind of gave up basketball for flag football. I mean, she still hoops, but she loves flag football, and that is like her sport now is flag football. But she went to the first tournament there at K-State and absolutely fell in love with flag football.
I love it. Did she just recently get an offer from the second one we just did this past year?
She did, yes. She got an offer from Midway, and she's like uber excited about that. And
now, what position does she play?
She plays receiver, so she is taking after her brother. Her brother plays receiver at Morehead State. So she wants to be like her brother, including having the same number as her brother, number 1.
That's so cute.
So he was number 1 in high school, so she wants to be number 1 right now as well. But yeah, so she has an offer from Midway. She also has an offer from Lindsey Wilson. She had a Division II school talk to her on the phone. I don't think they were supposed to talk to her this early, but they talked to her on the phone anyway, briefly. But yeah, she's excited. She's really excited. And I think with some of the changes right now happening with the state of Kentucky, things are just going to start ramping up even more.
Right.
So how did you all feel when you saw that Kentucky's finally sanctioned the girls' flag last week?
It's about time.
Yes.
It's about time. I mean, other states have already kind of jumped on the bandwagon and started, getting on the bus, and Kentucky, it took us a while, but, we needed this. We really needed this to kind of push the sport forward, to give more opportunities for the kids, to get more scholarships out there. And this is what we needed. And I can't wait.
Well, the thing about it, when you say it's about time, and Terri and I have talked about this a lot, it's like me being a high school football coach and a baseball coach, I'm not thinking girls flag football. It's not in my mindset because it's not in front of me. And our daughter is older. And I agree with that. It's about time because, when Terri started talking about flag football, I went, oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden she said it again. And it's sort of like yourself and people like Miss Coach Bryant it's like a record. You got to keep playing it. You got to keep playing it to just people's attention. You can't expect people to be where you're at, but they kept playing it, and I'm happy they did. I didn't realize that how long this has actually been in the running. I thought it just started last year, but it's not true. It's been in the running for years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fun fact, back in the day, I played in the Nokia Sugar Bowl for flag football. So that's going way back. So, and I played intramural in the Nokia Sugar Bowl. And it just goes to show that if we keep on working and working and pushing, things are going to change. And scholarships are available now. And I remember when Michelle was playing, she was playing, basketball. And one of her coaches kind of made a comment about, hey, I don't know why you're working so hard with flag football. They don't offer scholarships. And it's like, hey, you just got two offers. You have two offers to play in college.
Does she have basketball offers?
No, she doesn't have any basketball offers. And she has two offers to play in college.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, I just got chills.
And it's exactly, I mean, and Michelle's a great student. She has at least, I want to say it's a 3.7 GPA, and she is going to play flag football in college, and she is going to graduate from college with a degree, and she's going to play a sport that she loves, and she's going to make a difference,
And that's what it's all about. I think what the most thing that I've got excited for, I was at Ty's spring practice, and I ran into our athletic director, and I said, "How did you let the Big Ten get women's flag before the SEC?" I was just teasing them.
No. Let me clarify. She didn't have that big smile on her face when she said it. Don't let her fool you. It was a serious question.
So I was excited. So at that time, Nebraska, but just recently, Michigan has picked up girls' flag. So the D1 schools are happening. So she's a sophomore.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So by the time her freshman year, them D1 offers is getting ready to be. The major ones are gonna be, and hopefully, Kentucky or Louisville or someplace, one of the bigger ones will be offering it by that time. I'm hoping, but the offers are definitely going to be there. If not, there's always the transfer portal to move up.
So she'll be a junior this coming year.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. In the time her senior year.
By the time her senior year comes, there'll be a lot more, because it'll be like 300 new programs starting this year. There was 200 last year. They said there are 300 that are going to be starting this upcoming fall. And then by the time 2 years from now, especially now that it's sanctioned in 23, because North Carolina and New Jersey also sanctioned. Well, I guess we all sanctioned at the same time. And so it'll just keep growing from there. And I'm just excited, especially with the Olympics coming up. And also the NFL also starting a women's professional flag league.
Yes.
I thought that was really exciting, that they're pouring into it. And I think what a lot of people don't know is that most of the state flag programs are sponsored and funded by the NFL.
Yes. Right. Yeah, they're pouring a lot of money into it.
Well, I look at the NFL. That's something that was definitely going to happen. Okay, because they've been talking about flag football, younger. I'm just so excited of colleges, to me, because again, you got to figure out the budget. You got to figure out, NFL makes billions and billions of dollars, so they got the money, and a lot of colleges that's going to get this sport to help bring in revenue, bring in advertising in college. That's why I compliment the college level, to give money for kids from high school. Like I said, it's the Indianapolis Colts want to sponsor 9 women. No disrespect. I'm not disrespect. I love what they're doing. If they're going to sponsor 9 NFL teams, they got the money to do it. Now colleges is just trying to figure out, okay, how do we budget this? How do we sanction this? And that's the offers that your daughters got from those universities. We're gonna make this happen. Does that make sense? They went out of their way. We're gonna make this happen in 2026.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think what I like about her getting the offer from Midway is just Roy. Roy's a friend, Hall of Fame coach.
knows talent.
And he knows talent.
He knows
And
talent.
he's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna dominate. And I don't see him staying. I'm just saying this now. I don't see him staying there long, because once he wins them first couple of ones, the bigger schools will be coming after him, because at that particular time,
exactly.
they'll be coming after those coaches that are already kind of in the system, and then asking them to kind of just move up. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So that's exciting. Anyway, I just wanted to come on. Wait a minute, we forgot. Now, where did you go to school at? College.
I went to University of Colorado, and I went to Eastern Kentucky University.
Okay.
On a scholarship to
on
play.
A full track scholarship, 100% paid for.
Wow.
Which does not happen a lot in track.
Yeah.
Not in track. No, normally those are partial.
Yeah, because I just got.
I got chills.
I got chills because you a baller, because that's just like you hear a baseball player saying he got a full scholarship. It doesn't happen in those two major sports. It doesn't happen a lot. So your son is at Moorhead, right?
He's at Moorhead, yes.
Okay, now what class is he? Freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior?
He's a freshman.
Oh, incoming freshman, or he will be a sophomore?
He's a freshman right now. So he's
okay.
I guess his school year just ended. He just finished his finals, so
he'll be a sophomore.
So he'll be a sophomore.
Okay. Now, did he get redshirted, or
he did? He got redshirted. He's a
redshirt freshman.
Yep.
All right. So you're gonna do a little traveling, be in two places at the same time coming up real soon.
Well, at least you're in Louisville, But the one thing I like about Louisville too is that again they kind of set the precedence for Kentucky with starting their leagues there in Louisville. But I think it's in the private schools, and then I think they have a middle school league as well.
Yes.
I think so in Louisville. Okay, good. Well, hopefully, my girl Kiva and Los will help us to build the rest of the state of Kentucky, and hopefully we'll be having a state championship in girls flag here in the next couple of years. Maybe by the time she's a senior.
Yes, hopefully.
Well, the neatest thing about your daughter getting, for me, if neat is the word, what I love about it is she's gonna bring coaches to see other athletes at Henry Clay, because other athletes' parents are gonna say, "Well, my child is not doing that fantastic in softball or basketball. Let's see what we can do in flag football."
Yeah.
And I just think that's just a amazing thing. It really is.
I'm so excited.
And your daughter is on the front of that, and y'all's daughter is on the front of that, and I think that's pretty cool.
Now, is she the first girl at her school to get an offer? Or does she have other girls at her school with offers?
There was someone last year who got an offer, and who's playing currently at Campbellsville.
Okay.
So, and she was at the camp last year.
She was at the camp last year as well.
She was at the camp last year.
I don't think I knew that information, but that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So, but Michelle is excited and can't wait for the season, and she's enjoying playing travel ball right now. And
I love it.
Well, we love it. Well, best of luck to her. Tell her we'll be following her.
But you gotta ask her a question.
Which question?
Your ending question.
My ending question? Well, I haven't really interviewed her like this. So, so what he's asking is, I usually always ask my guests, is there anything that you would like to say publicly that you've never had an opportunity to say on this type of a platform before we let you go?
Oh, wow.
Or your husband, you might have something to say.
Yeah.
I think what I want people to know is how important it is that people maintain their grades.
Oh my goodness. Can you say that one again? Say that again.
Maintain your grades. Just study hard in school. Study hard, hit the books, and your sport is good. It's great that you're athletic, that you have those abilities, but in the end, you got to hit the books. You have to have something to fall back on, because you got to have a job, and you're not always going to have that athletic ability. You got to have something that you can fall back on later on in life.
Right.
That's good stuff.
One of my favorite sayings is "Time waits for no man," meaning man and woman. You go into that's not going to happen. And one that also I want to tap into what you said on the academics. The first question as a high school coach that I get answered, and obviously your daughter fits that mold. I get answered: is he or she coachable?
Yeah.
That's a lot of colleges because they already punched your grades out. They already know your grades, and the first question they ask is he or she coachable?
Yeah.
Because that's a big part of it, and being disciplined, and that's huge as well.
Yep. Yes, I agree 100%.
Well, all I know is that I hope that I'm available on her signing day so that I can come and be there in person. If not, then I'm just going to have to make sure. So I'm telling you right now, make sure you televise it or somebody go live or something like that so that I can watch her signing day if I can't make it to Louisville on the day of her signing day.
That is awesome. That is awesome. See, I'm going to cry now.
And
it is we want all families to experience that.
Yeah.
That's an experience.
It's a great opportunity. Well, you already went through it with your son.
Yeah.
With your son, excuse me. And and it's a great moment. But what Miss Coach Bryant is saying is, I'm telling you, she was excited. And the people, as she always says, in the back. And for people in the back, I don't know what that means, but for people in the back, when thank you for coming on this short notice. And then when she heard, she was like efforting, trying to get you, and I was like, call her, quit texting her. Call her.
I'm glad I did.
Let the phone ring.
Yeah, I'm glad I did.
A lot of times, my phone doesn't ding on a text. I only know if I look at it.
Yeah.
And so again, I thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll talk soon. We'll talk soon.
Good.
Hopefully at the next showcase.
All right. Thanks for having me.
So y'all gotta agree to come back on Hits and Hills when you say she's about to sign in a week or after she signs in a week, correct?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I just act like this is my show.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll have you back on.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both.
Hey, tell hubby, thank you for helping us with the technology today. Thank you for helping us with the technology today.
That's what I'm here for.
All right.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Be blessed.
I love it. So we got another guest that's coming on. My boy Gio. So we had so they had the PAL conference in Washington DC, and so now Gio is going to come on and he's going to tell us all about the conference. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Gio, can you hear? No? Here we go again. It must be us on our end.
No, I can hear.
We can hear you.
I can hear noise.
We can hear you like you're moving, but you can't hear us. No.
Okay, let's see what we do.
Let's see what we can do. Here we go with this technology myth again.
Gio. So he can't hear us.
Yeah, I don't know. So log on, log back off, and see. It might be us. Can you hear us? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Well, I can't see if he put his thumb up or not. Okay, if you can hear us, please give us a thumbs up. So he doesn't.
No, we can't.
So this text doesn't knock back on. So again, that's just part of technology.
That's just technology.
Connection. Yeah. And Gio and I go way back. He's done a lot in the community. Mm-hmm. Does a lot. He's an amazing man.
Let me say give permissions to audio.
All righty. and get permission to audio. And hopefully we can get him.
So anyway, so when we was on the phone, we was there when John Washington called me, and he was like, Terry, and I texted him too to see if he was available too, so he could hop on, but he didn't respond. So they said that they went to Washington D.C. and they had the PAL convention, and they said that PAL was getting ready to be sponsored by the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
And they're going to fund, and I think they're going to fund the, hey, Jill, can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
Well, let me give you your flowers again. Here we go. Take two. All right. My boy, we go way back. And I just want to say this, and I've told you this to your face. I'm just so proud of what you do in the community. And I think a lot of times people don't realize you do a lot of stuff and you don't jump out and say, oh, take a picture of me doing what I do. And I really mean that. You've influenced a lot of ladies, a lot of young males, young ladies for many years. So again, you know how much I feel about you and appreciate everything you've done in this community.
Well, Jill, tell us about what you do, and then go right into telling us all about the conference.
Okay. Well, my name is Gerald Gio Gibson. Everyone calls me Gio. The kids call me Mr. Gio.
There you go.
So the title that I hold, which, titles are titles, but the title that I hold is Community Program Coordinator. And that's up under the Lexington Police Department's Community Service Department. And of course, I'm a civilian because I remember when I first started, a lot of people thought I was an actual officer or something like that. And it was actually quite funny. But somebody told me to take it as a compliment, even though, it wasn't the truth. But I'm a community program coordinator, mentor. I would like to also say that I'm a life coach, even though I don't have certification to be a life coach. But I mean, I think anything that we do to push others, to help others become better, I think is coaching and helping with the development of anybody. I'm also the founder and executive director of Operation Making a Change, a program that I founded many years ago when I was going through my trials and tribulations in my own life. By the grace of God, I sit here very humble, of course. I had to go through a pretty deep struggle to get to where I'm at. But looking back now, I didn't want to go through it, but it was worth it because I'm able to. I'm very credible when I step into a room and I'm engaging with our youth or adults as well. So just to be credible, to talk about life challenges, and if you continue to work hard and you can reinvent yourself. So what you see in me is definitely God's blessing. God just came into my life and just reinvented my whole world. From incarceration, the drugs, the gang activity. I mean, you name it. I've been through it. And so that's a part of what I do here in Lexington. When I moved here, July 4th would be 16 years. That's a part of what I do is basically, I talk about what I've been through to others in hopes of them overcoming their challenges. And God ain't done with me yet, So we go into our schools and work with the kids. We go into to our jails and work in the jails and the reentry program to try to help inmates come home and be successful, because we can't forget about them either. We also do a lot of community engagement, events and stuff like that, camps or whatnot. Man, it's just a whole lot. Got a great team and a lot of good partners in the community because it takes us as a whole to get this
Absolutely.
work done. So I'm a puzzle piece. I get in where I fit in and what I'm supposed to do. So, I think every individual in this world has a personal assignment. And so my purpose every day is to get up and just continue to walk in my, whatever my assignment is.
I love it. I love it. So I got a call from John Washington the other day. He and Connie had me on speak. Were you on speakerphone too? Were you with them too?
No, but
Okay.
I was in DC with him though
You were
recently.
that's what I thought, you were in DC with them, because I saw your
Yeah,
post that you were in DC with them as well. And
yeah.
so he called and told me just how excited he was about how much they were talking about flag football and the opportunity that the Indianapolis Colts was going to give to our Lexington PAL program. Are you able to talk about that?
So, I tried to make a few phone calls when you had text me to see if I can get, one of the representatives, which is Officer Keisha Compton. She's our PAL lead, and they will have more information to shine a light on versus to what I can give you.
Oh,
But yeah,
just tell us about your experience there, because all I know they was talking about the flag.
yeah. Um, PAL is an international program. It's been around many, many, many years. I didn't know of Police Activities League until I moved to Lexington, Kentucky, 16 years ago. And when I came aboard with the PD here, I got a chance to meet John Washington, Connie Rayford, Sergeant Barry, um, Michael Smith, Smitty, as everybody know. Uh,
Smitty.
yeah, yeah, and many more. And is just to hear about the history of what PAL has done, and so many of our stars that we see that are living now or have passed on have been a part of a great organization such as PAL. And of course, John Washington, to name them all, but I can name a few. Muhammad Ali was a PAL kid. You got Paul Pierce. You got Alicia Keys. You got Tony Danza. You got so many people that went through these programs that help young people get to where they are today through mentoring in sports. And so, just to be a part of that, when I met that team, I knew I found the home in at the Lexington Police Department. It felt like home when I got with them. We operate, as a solid team. We just be at the table and just try to figure out how we could help make the community better, even through sports. So with the sports, of course, PAL is big on the sports. I like to focus more on the mentoring part myself, the mentoring piece. I tried the football coach before. I've done a little coaching back in the days, but I try to operate within my strengths, and I think that's what we do. But it's amazing when you got a committed group of people, such as the people that I just named, that will come together, sit at the table, and figure this out. And we've been attending now the national program with the OGs like Connie and John and the rest of them. Again, PAL has been in Lexington since 1985, I believe, and PAL just celebrated 40 years
Yeah.
Yeah, because
of
we were
service.
there. Yeah.
Yes, 40 years. So, we got to give them their flowers for that, definitely. Uh, but the PAL organization, the National PAL organization, of course, allows us to be able to go out to these conferences. And I've been doing it now for the last 5 years. I think I've been to about 5 conferences where they host them in different cities and states.
Hmm.
Um, and those are amazing because you get to come together with law enforcement agencies, communities. We talking educators, all walks of life, all races, all faces from all places. That's my
I
favorite
like
slogan right there.
I like
And
that.
yes, and just building and just walking into these breakout sessions in these rooms and just watching the iron sharpen iron. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about what works in our city. People are talking about what works in their cities and states. I mean, you got people traveling from different countries. I met people from Australia. We met people from Canada. I mean, it's just an amazing reach. Um, but yeah, so it's topics like how to build a PAL. So if you don't have a PAL in your city or state, PAL is willing to take a look at, what you're working with or where you're located at, and you can talk to the directors of PAL and figure out how they can get a PAL chapter in your city and state. This time around in DC, I learned more about, how a board operates with nonprofit 501(c)(3)s and stuff like that. Um, and then, when you go to these conferences, people are not gatekeepers. It's people that they say, hey, we have ideas. We want you to take these ideas back to your city and state and to your community so you can pour to the community and to the kids and empower them, because that's what it's about. And so recently, when we went, the title was Permission to Steal. That's what they call it. So if you see an idea, steal it. Go ahead and use it. Because sometimes, a lot of people get a little bent out of shape when they see
Somebody doing
things are
something.
being duplicated. If it's working, let's work it, right?
Right.
But make sure you get that person their flowers, though. Make sure you
Right.
get. I like to reference people if I'm talking about somebody or talking about something that I heard. For example, if I heard something from you, I'm going to reference, your name and where I heard it from. That's just how I am. I mean, we've learned topics around this time around about how to keep our youth engaged, how to keep them engaged. Even AI was a big topic this year at the National PAL Conference. AI was big. I think AI is about to take over. I don't know. A lot of people not. I don't know if people are paying attention to that, but it was very informative to me. Um, I'm not a real big technology person. I'm a '70s baby, so I try to do what I can with social media and stuff like that. But AI was a really big topic this time. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, and other organizations just bringing forth a lot of great ideas. So, I can go on and talking about PAL. Um, I just encourage people to get involved. I believe the PAL chapter here in Lexington is a diamond in the rough. I mean, it's been around for a long time and it's doing some amazing things.
Well, we're products of it. I've coached a basketball team in PAL. You
When I
coach.
left, yeah,
My daughter played for PAL in basketball. So yeah,
when I first got involved with PAL, I was actually 11 years at Paul Lawrence Dunbar football.
Mm,
And then Tim, God rest his soul, I wasn't coaching. I decided to take a little break. And the next thing you know, I'm coaching at Powell when Withrow was Withrow. And one
yeah.
way in, one way out. And I will never forget the time the kids at the school that I was at and the kids at the school, because I retired. And the kid was having a moment and wore my Powell jacket.
Mm,
And their minds just went, "You at Powell?" And I didn't realize what Powell did. I only heard a few things, because if you, like you said, if you get involved with it, it is way more than what the eyes
yeah.
can see.
Yes, sir.
And I was amazed with Connie and Officer Brown at that time. Also, his name is escaping me because he went to federal. When I first got started, we was out there, like I said, when Withrow was Withrow, and next thing you know, somebody else is practicing, a younger group, and I'm actually inside the building like you. I'm inside the building and they're going over budgeting. They're going over what else they need to look at. They're going over feeding kids, getting kids from A to B. And I was like, wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
And I commend all of everybody that's been a part of that program.
Yeah. It's a big movement. Like I said, we were out and about in DC, and there were a lot of graduates from Howard University graduating that day. And I like to engage with people. I think I'm a social butterfly, so especially when I see the youth, I like to encourage them. And it's just an amazing sight to see our young brothers and sisters graduating from Howard University. And I was always intrigued by that because I didn't get a chance to do any of that in my younger years. And one of the young men that we were talking to, he said, "Hey, man, I was a PAL kid once upon a time." So
Oh,
you never know who you going to
That
meet?
connect.
Yeah. And then we went across town and we're in this restaurant and I mean, this guy is like, hey man, what is all that? What's this PAL stuff? And I got to explaining it to him, and this guy says, well, I'm a part of PAL too, but he was like, man, you're a good representation. So, like I said, you never know who God is going to put in your path.
Yes.
You never know, man. So it's always good to make that first impression. Good impression is always key. That's what I'm big on that, and that's what I teach a lot of our youth. First impression is everything.
Now, Dio, what was you doing before you went to the Power Organization?
So before I went to the PAL organization, I was actually working at a gas station, Shell gas station, on Meadowthorpe off of Leestown Road when I moved here. Back home, I was involved. I grew up in the Illinois and the Wisconsin area. That's where I came from, the Midwest. And by the grace of God, I started doing this work back then. I came community activist work, and then started doing the violence prevention, gang prevention, and intervention. And when I moved here, I had to start at a gas station, and so I was a little frustrated in the beginning, but uh, you know, I developed some patience, and in walks this police officer in the store. Him and I had a wonderful conversation, and he connected me with another retired police officer, which they were already going into the schools doing the same stuff that I was doing back home. And so I got a chance to align myself with the great work that they were doing. And the violence prevention and intervention stuff, continued for me. And so after about a year of doing that, I got a job at the Fayette County Attorney's Office through Larry Roberts' office at the time.
Yeah.
And that's where OMAC that I created it was brought back up to the light because I was in prison at the time when OMAC was a vision. It was a vision in prison. So it's just think about these things, these chains of events that's happened in my life. You're talking to a man that that went through it, and when I got hired at the county attorney's office, one thing led to the other, and all I did was stay consistent. God already knew what He was doing, and then I ended up getting a job with Lexington Fayette Urban County Government with Beth Mills up on social service, and that work continued. And then about 10, 11 years ago, the former chief Mark Barnyard called my phone and offered me a job. And that was mind blowing for me because, again, I spoke about coming from the other side. So for me to be getting a phone call from a former chief or a county attorney and all these things that have happened, it's still mind blowing to me today. But it's living proof that I'm living proof that if you put your mind to it, you can do any and everything that you put your heart to.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
what a great
that's it.
story.
Yeah, and then the reason I asked that story, the reason I asked you that question, because when I first met you, you wasn't with Pal, and I was
No,
like, no. When I first met you, it was about the OMAC, and you
yes,
just
sir.
left to go to the Lexington, downtown, and
Yes.
uh, and that's when I was like, wow, you're gonna be amazing. I don't know if you remember, you was sitting at a desk, and I said, man, I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And then the next thing I know, you end up leaving and going to the Lexington government, and then now you're with Powell. So, and Coach, your boy, I gotta say hi because I'll be remiss if I don't say that Murdoch is a major fan as well. Quincy
Man,
Murdoch.
Murdoch and Logan Averett,
Oh,
those guys, yeah, we did a lot of work together.
yeah,
I'm still big OMAC for sure. And when I came aboard, I told the chief, I said, well, I already have initiatives going, and he was like, well, we want you to bring that, but we also want you to be a part of the PAL family. So when you spoke earlier about a lot of things that I do, it's time consuming because I'm trying to juggle this career. Uh, I got to juggle family because my family's not here, so I found myself traveling these different states, and I didn't get into 5 in the morning this morning from visit. I had graduations back home with my kin folks. So,
yeah,
uh, but yeah, man, OMAC is growing. PAL has inspired me to want to take OMAC to also being a international or national program one day.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope that it becomes a national, international program too, because again, people overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of a testimony. Your testimony is absolutely outstanding.
Right.
And I don't know how people just can't be inspired, motivated, and all that by your story. So I appreciate you coming on. So again, so one of the things that I definitely wanted to bring you on because of PAL. Uh, I always like talking about sports and the impact that sports has and how
Mhm.
people use sports. Why? Tell us the history of why PAL decided to come about, and why did they want to use sports as that avenue to help to bridge that community efforts with
Yeah.
kids.
Well, from my observation, my own observation of being a part of this organization, um, kids love sports. Basketball, football, tennis. Cheer. There's so many different things that these kids love, and those things draw the kids. A lot of people, say kids, spend a lot of time playing sports. Well, guess what? They love sports. And so if we can host a basketball game or a tennis game or a football and we can guide those kids to us, then we're actually winning because we get them in the building, and then it becomes a teachable moment other than just the sport. It becomes life skills moment now. It
Yes.
becomes, hey, let's talk about, what's bothering you, or, just checking in with these kids and the communities and families. um, we just get to connect these kids with different people, teaching them how to network with people other than people that's going to do harm to them or hand them something harmful. So, we're losing a lot of kids, to gun violence and substance abuse and stuff like that. We may not have a big number here, but one is too many. And when I speak, I'm speaking about world business, not just in a county. I'm thinking, around the world, we losing so many of our young people. The enemy is definitely declared major war on our youth, right? Because the Bible says train up a child, but how you gonna train up the child when they're getting taken out, right?
Yeah.
And so I believe, like I said, that with PAL, the sports is definitely a tool to use to draw kids in so we can give them what they need.
But now, like you said, basically on your side, you're more mental, and I like that because sports brings disappointment.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you can run, jump, lift, do everything you're supposed to do, and still come out second.
Yes,
And
sir.
the mental part of the young people, what do you do when that young person said, "Well, I did this right, I did everything right," and you said, "If I do this right, blah blah blah," because everybody thinks if you do everything right, you're going to get a positive. And sometimes you don't get that positive.
Yeah.
So the mental part that you put into the kids is how do you do that?
Yes. And so, when we meet kids, they have big dreams, and we want them to dream big. And however we have the raw conversations. We can't have the watered down conversations with our youth. I got to tell you the truth that if you're NBA material, your NFL material,
Tell the truth.
we have to tell you the chances, the slim chances of getting into these other
1%.
organizations, right? We tell them, what these businesses are expecting from them, and if you're not showing those things now, there's a window of opportunity or in that door that you have to get there. And if you don't get there by the time it's available for you, that door closes. So that is why it's important. And I learned this from a lot of people that I've been working with throughout the years, is how valuable a backup plan. But even a backup plan needs a backup plan. You know, um, it's just a wonderful thing that you have a lot of kids that are receptive of this when they sit down, because we keeping it real with them, and a lot of kids will come back later on and say, hey, I thank you for just being real and keeping it 100 with me, because I actually thought I was on this path to do this, but it wasn't really what I thought it was, because you got to eat, sleep, and breathe sports. Like if you really got to lock in on it, it's a gift, and you have to be the star. You have to shine like a star. People have to know your name, right? Now I don't know every athlete's name in the world, but you can best believe in their communities, people know who they are. So it's just, you get out what you put in. That's one thing I'm big on, that I always talk about. If you're putting in, then your chances are great. If you're not, then then you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But then there's other things that you can do. You can go get a trade, or I was speaking with a young lady today. She's a hooper out of Scott County, and her dream is the WNBA. But she told me, she said, my biggest dream is to become a doctor.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And she said, I'm going to use my scholarship to go to get a college degree for free. I said, you see, she's playing chess, not checkers.
Right.
So we got
Because
to teach, yeah, we got to show them how to think 3 moves ahead, in this game. But that was very, very, I was very intrigued by that, the way she was thinking.
and the thing is, if she puts both work in, she has and people might not agree, but it's true. She got a better chance being a doctor than going to the WNBA.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, because do what you're supposed to do. That's a great achievement. That's a life thing that helps as well. My follow-up question, Gio, is this: a young person. It's a little bit different now in 2026 dealing with young people than it was when you first started. Can you say a comparison that you had to change the way you talk to them? And because, with all due respect to the young people now, they're a little sensitive.
Yeah.
And they only want to hear positive things. And so, I mean, have you figured out that you've changed, or you just changed with the system?
Yes. I try not to change. We have to meet them where they are. I'm, in the words of Quincy Murdoch, only a fool hates correction. I heard
Mm,
he echoed that so many times in the classroom, it stuck with me.
right.
Only a
Yeah.
fool hates correction. And what the difference is today, back, I'm a 70s baby. So back in the day, even though I still ran off and did those things I was doing that I talked about, there was still structure within my village. Like
Mhm.
we was held accountable. Like if you didn't come in at a certain time, if you walking down the street being disrespectful, the elders got on you, and then they called your parents, or they walked you down to the house,
And your
and they
parents,
told, and you got pressed again by your parents, right?
Yes.
And so a lot of people think, growing up in these neighborhoods, and when I talk about the streets, it wasn't all bad.
Right.
We learned a lot, and it was still uh, at a point to where we all had each other. We had to work with what we was given, as far as the cards that was dealt to us, right? But
Hmm.
today, it's challenging, because you want to talk to our young ones and keep it real with them, but they look at it as a form of disrespect, and I think it's too much cradling with that. It's like, you try to correct somebody, next thing you look up, here comes the violent, you know thoughts start erupting and stuff like that. And a lot of people will say, well, it all depends who respects you. No, you should respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? Like it is, kids shouldn't pick and choose who to like or whatever. As long as they being treated right by that person, I think everybody should be respectful. But yeah, it is definitely different. You got to know what you're dealing with in the room. You have to know what you're dealing with, far as the individual too. It's a lot of trauma with a lot of our kids. They've gone through a lot. They're going through a lot. There's a lot of mental health and stuff like that. That's why you see a lot of people, talking about mental health. People are getting therapy and stuff like that. That stuff is important, because look how the world is going right now. Look how it's shaped. It's much different from what I saw um, when I was a kid. So yeah, it's definitely different. It's challenging, and I've been in the room where I bumped heads with young people, but they've circled back and say, "Hey man, I see where you were talking about now." So sometimes we want people to change when we want them to change, But I'm here to tell you that's not how it works.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We plant the seeds, like somebody planted seeds in me, and look what it turned out to be. All
Man,
along I was that diamond in the rough, like Pac said, that rose that grew from concrete, and all the work and prayers that my grandmama, the mentors I had, even my village, even the people I ran the streets with, plant those seeds in me, and it all formed, and I started, getting that good old water and watering, and that sun. Here it is. So I'm living. Again, it works. We just got to keep working it.
Love it.
I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. But one thing Cisco and I talk about all the time that you just mentioned about was growing up. How is it that our era, like I grew up, I'm from Alabama. I grew up in Kansas. Cisco grew up in Kentucky. How is it that our era seemed like we were all raised the same way?
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Even though I'm from the Midwest, my father is from Mississippi. A lot
Okay.
of our southern states, a lot of our people
Migrated.
migrated to and made the cities what they are, and
Mhm.
so I believe that has a big
Okay.
is a reason why that exists.
Yeah, because we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Because she'll say something, I go, "Oh, we said that, in
Mhm.
Bowling Green in Indianapolis, and she said, well, I was, Alabama and Kansas ain't close either.
Yeah.
There, it's other things in between, and it just is amazing.
That
It
that we
really is.
that in, it is only our era.
Yeah, and we talk a little different too. I remember when I first moved here. As soon as I open my mouth, where you from? You're not from
You're
here,
not
right?
from here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you got the accent, not me. And then
Right.
don't let me say Louisville. And I'm like, well, that's how we say it back where I'm from. I mean, I can't say it like everybody else, and I don't mean no harm. That's just, what I'm trying to say, so I just say the Ville.
Well, you would tell them, like it's Louisville, and you heard it. I think more I've heard them say it
Yeah,
because you're not from here. So being in the state of Kentucky, you hear people say it, and you
yeah.
say it that way. But if you say it the way it's pronounced, I rank that up there with Arkansas. Because if you spell it, it's Arkansas. If you spell Louisville, it's Louisville.
Mm. Yeah.
Go
So,
figure.
so we're gonna get phone calls on that.
Yeah. But can we all just get along?
But can we all just get along? But
It's
can we
Louisville.
all
It's
just get
Louisville.
along?
It's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just get along. Okay,
Yes.
well, we're gonna wrap it up here. I just wanted to bring you on because again, PAL means a lot to the sports community, and of course, we're a sports show. And we wanted to be able to. Oh, hold on. He said kids can use their hands to handle sports balls instead of handling guns. I love that. I
Yeah.
love
Mr.
that.
Brown.
I love
Yes.
that, Mr. Brown. He
Yeah.
called you Triple G Unique. He said that needs to be your name.
And
Oh,
I just love people, man. Like we have so many gifts inside of us, man. That's a powerful statement right there. I love that. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, before we let you go, because I have to get up and go to the plantation in the morning, I'm absolutely exhausted. Is there anything that you have, because you have a story, is there anything that you've always just wanted to say publicly that you've never had an opportunity to say? You already fed us so much, but is there anything that's just like, you know what, this has been on my mind, and this is what I'm
I
going to
want
say
people
right
to
now,
listen.
and I need people to listen to me on this.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to give you to your flowers. I have nothing but the utmost respect for you both. And I always
Thank
remember Mr. Bryant, you always used to tell me, Gio, you're going to be great, man. And I appreciate you encouraging me because even the motivator needs motivation. Uh,
you.
and what I would like to say that I don't get to say all the time, I know people watch our social medias and stuff like that, but I like talking to people. I know pictures, you know, this work is not easy. I got to go through life too. Life be lifing. You know what I'm
Life be
saying?
life.
Yeah. So, everything is not peaches and cream around here. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to say to the world, like, I love you. I deep down inside, have a love inside of me for people. And I just want everybody to just come together and just love on each other. I think love will definitely continue to erase this hate that we got to face every single day. And we're constantly going at it with each other. I hate that with a passion. Again, God is still working on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not throwing rocks at nobody else or pointing at everybody else. But man, I just love everybody, whether you support Operation Making a Change or PAL or whatever. You know, if you're not going to get involved with being a part of the solution, then throw up a prayer. You know what I'm saying? Just pray for us.
Yeah.
Keep us covered, our families, wherever they may be. And you know, just continue to walk in love. And if you know somebody is falling, and you know somebody that is potentially going down the wrong path, tap them on the shoulder and talk to them, or give them a phone call. Don't start watching them fall and start applauding, because that's what you
Mm.
fail. Because
Well,
remember,
I like what you just said, Gio, is people want those flowers, and if you see it, say something to them right then, not wait until they actually hit the bottom and clap it.
yeah,
Because a lot of times your words means a lot,
yeah,
and I love the term you said, call them, not text, call
call
them,
them.
because
Yeah,
that's more personal. That to
yeah,
me,
pull
that
that
is crazy.
coattail.
Yeah. I
Pull
mean,
that
like a lot of
coattail.
my friends, Connie said love to you. A lot of them, their birthday, I call. I won't text you. I won't probably say nothing on Facebook. I call you.
Yeah,
Because to me, it's more personable. That's just
yeah.
me.
Just like Connie said, love conquers all, always.
Love
Now,
is up.
Mr. Brown wants to know, do you mentor both females and male athletes?
Yes, we do. Pal's boys and girls. Yes, and Pal has a good history of some people that went on and did some big things in boxing and basketball and stuff like that. And again, the best way to hear more is to come get involved. You can only see so much and absorb so much on social media, but Pal has an open door policy. OMAC has an open door. Come see. Stop just driving past the building and come on. We need y'all.
Okay, so how does one get in if you're living in Lexington? How do we get involved with PAL, or how do we get involved with OMAC?
Okay, so with the PAL Police Activities League, you can get a hold of our officer Keisha Compton. You can get a hold of our officer Everett Hobson, John Washington, and Connie Rayford. They are the PAL engines right now. And if you're trying to
Yes.
get involved with OMAC, you can visit our website at teamomac.com. Uh, we not hard to find. So it's a Google. It's a Google. So
Hold up. Hold up.
So OMAC is OMEC?
OMAC.
OMAC. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
All right. You got to
OMAC
say
at
that again. For the
Team
teamomac.com.
people
O
in the back.
Team,
teamomac.com
team,
for the people in the
teamomac.com.
back.
Teamomac.com. Yes.
For the people in the back.
Yes.
Because she got me saying that now. For the
Yeah.
people in the back.
Yes.
I
And
love
Okay,
again,
it.
good.
we got a lot of great things coming up. We just celebrated the 40 years last year, but
That
PAL
was a good.
has PAL Day is coming up in June. You don't want to miss
Oh, when
that.
is that?
Yes, that's going to be. I believe we're going to host that in Douglas Park. There will be a flyer coming up soon, so y'all get ready. The
Okay.
PAL Community Day is again coming up in June, so get ready. Um, we got the All Sports Camp coming up in June, so get ready for that. Yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Yes. Yes.
and we
Yes.
don't charge our kids. We try to make everything affordable, because as a kid we couldn't really afford uniforms.
Right.
We didn't
No.
have the
Right.
transportation. We have some barriers, but guess what? God is making sure that all of our needs are met.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. I love it. Okay, so Team OMAC, TEAMOMAC.com, in
Yes.
order to connect with Gerald G.O. Gibson
Hmm.
um, and his organization, and also show up for PAL. I know
Yep. Lexington Pal.
And Connie there's a website you can go to. I think PAL has. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to it. If you go to the Police Athletic League Lexington, I think it's how it's named on Facebook, I believe.
Yes, and they have an Instagram page as well.
And they have Instagram. So the PAL Community Day is June the 27th.
Yes,
it's on my calendar right now.
Yes,
June 27th.
Don't miss it. Meet us there. Don't meet us there. Say that again.
Ask Connie, does she have the date for the all sports camp yet?
It is that. Hold on, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. I should know that by heart, but I got so
You're
many
good.
things going on. Okay, here it is right here. So our all sports camp, and this is limited participants. We probably only gonna take like 100, 125 kids,
Okay.
but it's the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. It's a 3-day camp that we hold every year, and it's called All Sports Camp. This is our third one.
No.
Thank you, Connie.
Of June or May or July?
June.
June.
Okay.
Yep. And then the PAL Unity Day is on the 27th, like she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, 27th in June, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Thank you, Connie.
Thank you, Connie. Okay. I love it.
Now we also got the music too. I do the music and stuff and try to encourage the kids to use their art, but don't use it for bad. They can create music and stuff like that, videos, but let's start living instead of promoting violence.
But the greatest thing about giving them the opportunity is a lot of these young kids out here are amazing with music.
Yes, they are.
They are. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm trying to be hard at lunch, doing lunch duty, and they be sitting at the table. Then I got to tell them to stop because everybody start timing in. But I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm bobbing my head.
Bobby.
I gotta still be the adult, but it's hard because they're so talented. They're so talented.
Okay,
shout out to all the kids.
Shout out to all the kids. Now, is the all sports camp at Northern Elementary?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what Connie said. Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be at Northern Elementary.
Make sure that I confirm that. Okay, thank you, Connie.
We'll be putting more information out on how you can RSVP that. Again, it's going to be limited, but first come, first serve. That's how we're gonna do it. So we'll have that information coming out sooner than later. We're actually meeting about it. I think next Tuesday.
Okay, okay. As soon as you get that, text me the flyer so I can make sure that
we'll make sure y'all get everything. Yes.
And the greatest thing about that is when you said it's limited, that just tells people go ahead and get started, get ready to enroll in.
Save the date.
Save the date.
Lock on in with us. Yeah.
And
3 days.
Yes. I'm sorry that some people may get turned away. That just tells you the next year you be one of the first on 100.
But when we don't have enough for everybody, but there's other organizations that we will recommend for people. That's what we do because we can't meet the needs of everybody. But guess what? Shout out to all the organizations out here right now that are doing amazing things, and we will send kids their way.
Everybody's working together for one company.
We're all working. Yes.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I was talking about when John called me was when we're going to get this girls flag leagues and stuff started, and I know that Parks and Rec has and our guy Cornell Burbridge has a co-ed one that's starting in June. But I like the fact that we're all going to come together and everybody's not going to be on top of each other as far as scheduling their leagues and stuff like that, so that everybody can eat and everybody can have an opportunity to have their influence in the community, especially when it comes to sports. I say it all the time. Sports saved my life, and I'm so thankful that I was involved with sports, because I probably wouldn't be here today if I wasn't involved with sports.
Well, the greatest thing about sports, when you're young, you think you're playing the sports, but actually you're learning how to hold a job, because it becomes responsibility, it becomes organization, it becomes a command. Somebody's telling you what to do, and that's your supervisor, or they're showing you how to do it, and you have to do it their way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people don't realize sports is the same thing as a job because every company does it different. And they're all doing it what they think is best for their organization or their team. But you got to learn to take directions. And that's, to me, it's the hardest thing with our young kids is learning failure with directions and then build back up. And meaning we got you, but you got to trust us. And they've got to trust you. That's where we're at right now with young people.
Yes. Building trust. Building trust.
Amen.
Well, I just
Healthy
love
relationships.
Yeah,
Right.
I just love how the skill set that you learn from sports translates into your adult life as adults,
Yes.
and it
It
gives you,
does. It does.
and it helps you. It helps when life is life, and it just helps you to just get through it because you
Yeah.
learn how to go through the adversity. Well, that's all I got for today.
And it stays with you. It stays with you
It
forever. Those sports, because I'm
does.
still, I'm giving the kids problems out there. Like,
Hey, yeah,
Mr. Brown texted me. He said, "Man, he still look like he can
oh
play."
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Health is wealth.
Yeah. Well, with that said, I'm proud of you. That if you feel like you can still play, I'm good.
Yeah.
No 18-year-old can hit me. I'm good. But again, I just want to say it again, and I'm glad. I'm happy when you said you remember me saying that, and that was people don't understand that was years ago.
Yes, sir.
And my
15 years
wife,
ago.
yeah, my wife can tell you I don't give compliments just to give compliments. The person's I can see it, that vision. I can see it in your eyes, and I can see everything you're doing. And then now hooking up with Powell, that's going to make Powell stronger. It's going to make your program stronger. And then together, everybody is eating. Everybody's
Yes.
eating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, good stuff. Well, Connie is one of my favorite people in the world. So make sure you give her a big hug for me tomorrow or whenever you see her. Dap up John Washington for me. Smitty, when you see him. We appreciate we're adding Greg. Greg Brown is getting added as into our Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a PAL officer. So we're excited about that. We're excited about the
Yeah.
Lexa. We gonna miss the gala this year, so make sure you represent for us at the gala this
No,
year
we're
because it's
not
gonna be a
missing
good
it. We
one.
missing him. We'll be in Texas A&M. We'll be in
Texas,
Texas.
And
Texas
get with
plays.
John Washington. He has dinosaur pal stories for you.
Oh, I
John,
can't wait. Every
John
time I
Washington.
touch him,
Oh yeah.
he's available.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah, and his son Connie. Yes.
Well, here's the thing that with him, you got to have Connie communicate with him because Connie can get John to do anything because she don't
Right.
play. You see,
Connie can get
Boss lady
anything.
Connie.
Connie don't play.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny when we was at the PAL thing and the executive director is Mr. Hill. What's his name?
Yeah. Chris Hill.
Chris Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Chris Hill.
He said the
Yes.
same thing. He said
Yeah.
anybody gonna get me to
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky. It's gonna be Connie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connie don't play.
She's not getting ready to play.
About her
Yeah.
pals,
I think she had retired, I believe, and came back. John
Yeah,
Washington
came back.
came back. But you see, like I said, I'm just thankful
I did.
to be here and just to hear all these great things that happen in the East End, the West End, the North Side, the West, all the sides, right? And I love it. I love it that God has just put me in rotation with these wonderful people, man. I'm just thankful.
Same here. We're thankful for them too, and we love
Yeah.
all of them to death. That we're so thankful that we're connected with all of them in the sports community because they are first class people. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, we're gonna wrap this up. Don't log off though, but we can really wrap this up, babe.
All
We
right.
good?
Well, everything's good. Two fantastic guests that came on, and we just appreciate their time and their story. I mean, they're real, and looking forward to it.
That's good. Well, anyway, so make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you share. We had some technical difficulties as usual. It's always something with technology, but make sure y'all share and watch the replay and give us a shout out next week. All right.
All right. Go Cats. Go Niners.
Don't go nowhere, Gio.
Bear down.